So next up is Rance Adams. Now, if you don't know Rance Adams, well, he is live every Monday through Friday on River City Live, Channel 4, and he is the kind of guy who's so curious. I mean, he'll try anything. We had been trying to get him to do an Untold Stories for about 3 years. And it was sort of this like, you ready? Are you ready? Or, you know, and I'm busy. And we've been doing this dance. And this time, when he heard the theme was trail, he said, I'm ready. So tonight, I want to welcome the Rance Adams. Woo!
When I was 8 years old, my dad took on the endeavor of coaching my soccer team. Now, my pop, he was a big dude. He was 6'2", 230, yoked, like, what? He used to work out with SEALs when he was in the Navy. I didn't have that work ethic. But he's breaking it down for us little kids. 6'2", the name of the game, boys. You're going to push it out wide. We're going to go to goal. Fellas, the name of the game, when in doubt, kick it out. So we got older, there were some life affirmations. Fellas, especially Rance, you are born from African royalty. You always walk into a room with your head held high, shoulders back. You represent the Adams. All right, bet. So my folks are from East Texas, country. My dad grew up in a one-room shack with like 3 of his siblings before they moved into a house, more kids. My mom, she raised her brothers and sisters from a young age, but they're from the country. They decided in 1974 to take me to white suburbia, Plano, Texas. Shocking, but I don't know any better. It's whatever, but it was always about the name of the game. So I'm growing up, and they were all, the reason they moved me out there, my mom, she would tell me, constantly beating it up. You will walk into a room, you will speak proper English, you will enunciate. So when you walk into that room, people will respect what you have to say. All right, Mom, whatever, cool. Problem was, we are in white suburbia. I'm that speck of pepper and a salt shaker. So as much as they say the name of the game is, they know the game. The game, same rules don't apply to me in this day and age. I remember one Christmas, I gave little Susie a bracelet. Things remembered, it's probably $8. Probably would have turned her wrist green in like 8 days. No big deal. The next day, she brings the bracelet back. My parents won't let me accept this. I didn't question, didn't really understand. It is what it is. Black girls, bruh, talk so white. You aren't black. I don't want to talk to you. Funny thing is, when it came to parents, I could charm the skin off a snake. Oh my God, Rance is so awesome. We love him. He speaks proper English. He enunciates and all of that stuff. You know what? You should date somebody like Rance. All right. Going through school, I had this thought that I was going to be a lawyer. I'm a Libra. I like to debate stuff. I'm kind of contrarian like that. Always playing devil's advocate. But my junior year in high school, I saw Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. Did not know black people could be directors of movies. History, I see now, that was a thing. But at that moment, I am about it. So imagine when you're sitting at the kitchen table, me and my mom, financial advisor, talking about college plans. Rance, what do you want to do when you go to college? I want to direct films. My mom and dad, but it was like that slow. You want to do what? That's what I said I wanted to do. Twist on that is, I went to college in Little Rock, Arkansas. Let me tell you, they're not making a lot of films in Little Rock, Arkansas. I had a college scholarship for soccer and academics, so I went. I'm just kind of floating around. It's college, we're living life, doing TV production, don't really have a path I'm following. I'm just trying to get the sheepskin and get out. I get out, definitely not into film. But go back home, travel around, whatever. So I get back into TV production. Never really had any aspirations to be in front of the camera. I used to write a lot, getting emotions out. Thank you, little Susie. And poetry, lyrics, whatever. So at one point I fronted a heavy metal band. And when I was working in Dallas, one of the people I worked with was like, hey, I got this idea for an extreme sports show. Okay. You want to audition? Sure. Don't know what it is, but great. So I audition. It's between me and this other lady. 9/11 happens. A week later, they say, we want local content. You're going to be the host. Score! What does that mean? I don't know if I got it because I was free or whatever, but I took it. It was a new experience. First couple of shows, we go out. Hi, I'm Rance Adams. Welcome to Extreme Motion. Today we have Tony Hawk, blah, blah, blah. Do a couple of shows, and I go back into work in the studio, and one of my coworkers in the crew was like, man, I've seen your show, Extreme Motion. Yeah? I don't like it. What do you mean? I don't like the host. Dude, I'm the host. Yeah, I get that. But I see that guy on TV. I don't like that guy. Well, again, that's me. I like the guy that's here in the studio. So when I was in the studio, I just always had music in my head. I'd be bopping around. I'd be banging a little bit. I was just feeling it, just having a good time. He's like, I like that guy. So turn up? Yeah. So I did. Within that, we did 42 shows. Have you guys ever been to circus and seen that like wheel of death, the big ball of death, the motorcycles are in the steel cage, whipping around, whatever? Well, guess who decided to stand in the middle of that, having two motorcycles whip around him, taking off his ball cap for everybody to see. What an experience. I lived a life. So we did 42 episodes. It was on Saturdays, Sundays, times varied. So I'd ask my folks, hey, did you see the show? No, we were busy. So after a short period, we had a run. I ran all these shows off on the VHS. 42 shows, probably like 12 tapes, I don't know. 60, yeah. So all these shows, here you go, watch them at your leisure. Every few months, hey, did you guys watch the show? No. This went on for a while, and they had this big entertainment center in their bedroom. TV, pictures, flowers, immaculate, dust-free. But over here, on this shelf over here, behind these doors, open that up, 12 VHS tapes covered in dust. So I don't think my folks ever saw my show. Fast forward, I get to Charlotte. It's a different experience. I was only there for a couple years, but it was something that really gave me a different opportunity. But then I was out of work for like 6 months. Devastating. I grew up with the mentality you always had to have a job. I met this guy at this Mexican restaurant I used to get takeout at. He was the owner. And one day he pulls me inside. He's like, Rance, I need to talk to you for a second. Sure, man. I know you're hurting right now. I can see that. But I also see some greatness in you. Okay? There's an opportunity that's going to come up. It's not going to be what you want, but it's going to be what you need. Didn't know we were quoting Rolling Stones out here, but all right, that's great. Next thing you know, I am here in Jacksonville, River City Live. Been here, I get land here, they give me car keys, a car, and a camera, say go explore. So in the almost 10 years I've been here, I've explored parts of Jacksonville that most of you might not have even known. If you did know, it was just a reminder. Oh my God, I forgot that place is still there. So I've taken great pride in becoming one of the Jacksonville community. But in my explorations, I wanted to sit at the table. I wanted to be at the desk. I wanted to be a host. That's where I wanted to be. I'm doing good, but that's where I want to go. At some point, we did have a little 3-man team, but then COVID, so I'm back third wheeling. 2022, Eden Kendall, original co-host, she decides she wants to go a different direction. In walks Jana Angel. So Jana's on the desk with Mark. I'm still third wheeling, still like, I want to be there. Mark decides he's going to go a different direction. So, obviously, right? I get people, are you going to be the next host? I don't know. I never like to assume. I've been kicked in the teeth too many times. I'm just riding the wave. Fast forward, Jana and I get to work together, but then I had a family situation come up, so I dipped out for a few days. But Jana's in constant contact with me, checking up on me. I get back. It's like when you think of parents throwing their kids in a lake and going swim, that's what we were. Me, Jana, and then we picked up our producer, Vaughn. So we're just kind of muddling through doing our thing, and then Jana gets the idea, hey, let's do a live show with the Jaguars. So if you guys don't know Jana, 6'3", flats, always in heels. So I just got a cramp. 6'3", 6'7" with heels, always. Diva, glorious, super awesome. Powerhouse, an engine. Let's do this live show with the Jaguars. Well, okay. I know the game. I know some TV production. I am an integral part of this. So she has this idea. I'm making moves. Vaughn is this creative endeavor, and we all piled together, put on this amazing show. Had the station buzzing, had the Jaguars buzzing, had the city buzzing. Afterwards, we're having a debrief, and it's just me, Vaughn, and Jana, and she sits there and she looks at us, she goes, you guys, we just did a great thing. Jacksonville is not ready for us to take over this town. And that's what we did for 18 months, just ran roughshod, making our presence known. That was the first time in my career that I really felt like somebody chose me. So, rewind. Mother's Day 2023, it was a Friday. I get a call from my mom. Hey, just want to give you a heads up. Your dad, he had to go to the hospital today, but it's fine. He'll be out tomorrow, not a big deal. My mom is huge at downplaying health issues. All right, Mom, cool. We're good? Yeah, it's not going to be a big deal. Here's your dad. Get on the phone with my dad. Pop, you good? Yeah, I just felt a little uncomfortable. They just wanted to come run some tests. Hey, the nurse is here. I'll talk to you later. All right. Hang up. Saturday comes. I'm going down to visit a friend, and we're going to go club and hang out. I call my mom. Everything good? Yeah, your dad's fine. I just came home, take a shower. I just need to do a quick reset. He was napping when I left. I'm going back up, check on him. Great. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. So we went out, did our thing. I come out of the club. Can't get a signal in the club. I hit the door. Bring, bing, 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 bring. And then my phone rings. I recognize the name immediately and understand the situation immediately. Yeah, Benny. Rance, I'm sorry to tell you, Mr. Cards is gone. I've never cried harder or longer in my life. Let's talk about sobering somebody up. So I hopped the plane the next day, and it's just me and my mom. I'm an only. And so I've got to go support. What was interesting to me is all the stories I kept hearing from people. Kind of repetitive, but people were coming up and was like, oh my gosh, do you know how proud of you your dad was? What you talking about, Willis? He talked about you all the time, your accomplishments here, there, and I'm just like, mind blown. So I learned something this week about an African bird, Sankofa. I think I pronounced that right. It's an African bird, mythical bird, and basically the bird is flying forward, but he's looking back, planting seeds to prepare for the future. This whole time, I've been looking back for some validation from my pop or whatever, and I come to realize this whole time, I've been blazing my own trail. I didn't need any of this outside. I just needed to open my eyes and see it for myself. So, message received, old man. I get it. Head held high, shoulders back. I represent the Adams and African royalty.